Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if a star could just vanish? Not in a spectacular explosion, but just wink out of existence? Well, in 2009, astronomers saw exactly that. They were watching a giant red star in a faraway galaxy when it suddenly flared up, shining with the brightness of a million suns. Everyone expected a cosmic fireworks show, a massive supernova. But then, nothing. The star simply disappeared, leaving only darkness behind. So, what happened? Was it a cosmic magic trick? Or did this star collapse into something far more mysterious? Normally, when a massive star runs out of fuel, its life ends in a brilliant, violent explosion called a supernova. The star's core collapses, creating a powerful shockwave that blasts its outer layers across the galaxy. These explosions are how the universe gets seeded with heavy elements, the very stuff that makes up planets and even us. They're incredibly bright, but also incredibly rare. We only see about one per century in a galaxy like our own Milky Way. But what if that shockwave isn't strong enough? What if the star fails to explode? This is a fascinating idea that theorists have been pondering for years. Instead of a spectacular bang, the star's core would just keep collapsing under its own gravity, quietly forming a black hole. The rest of the star would then just fall in, like water going down a drain. From our perspective, the star would just fade away and disappear from sight. For a long time, this was just a theory. No one had ever actually seen a star die so silently. But that all changed with the Hubble Space Telescope. Back in 2009, astronomers were observing a galaxy called NGC 6946. About 22 million light-years from Earth, they spotted a massive red supergiant, about 25 times the mass of our Sun, that suddenly started to brighten. It got over 1 million times more luminous than our Sun, and for a few months it looked like it was on the very brink of exploding, and then it started to fade. By 2015, when astronomers looked again, the star was completely gone from visible light, vanished. The only thing left was a faint, lingering glow of infrared radiation, coming from the exact spot where the star used to be. It was as if the star had imploded, swallowing itself from the inside out to form a brand new black hole. This event, now known as N6946BH1, became the first confirmed case of a failed supernova. Instead of a bang, it went out with a whimper. The faint infrared light we see is the afterglow, the heat from leftover gas and dust spiraling into the newborn black hole. It's like watching the cosmic embers of a star's quiet death, and it turns out this wasn't just a one-off event. More recently, astronomers found another suspect, this time much closer to home, in our neighboring Andromeda galaxy. They had been tracking a massive star that, around 2016, began to dim dramatically. Its visible light faded and faded, until by 2023 it was gone. When they looked with infrared telescopes, the story matched. The star had simply vanished. Just like the first case, it seems this star shed its outer layers and then collapsed directly into a black hole without any of the usual fireworks. For astronomers, this is like watching a magician make something disappear right before your eyes. One scientist described it perfectly. You have something bright and luminous and looks like a massive star, and then it disappears. It's a profound and slightly eerie discovery. It makes you wonder, how many other stars have silently slipped away like this without us ever noticing? Some surveys suggest this might be more common than we think. A dedicated search across 27 galaxies found that maybe 20 to 30% of all massive stars might end their lives this way. So why do some explode while others just collapse? The leading theory comes down to tiny particles called neutrinos. When a star's core collapses, it unleashes a massive flood of these neutrinos. If they transfer enough energy to the surrounding gas, they can reignite the stalled shockwave, and boom, you get a supernova. But if they don't, the shockwave fizzles out. Gravity wins, and most of the star's mass plunges inward to form a black hole. Now, astronomers are always cautious. Could there be another explanation? Maybe a huge cloud of dust drifted in front of the star, blocking its light. That's certainly possible, and dust can be very tricky. Or perhaps the star merged with a smaller companion, kicking up a lot of debris that temporarily hid it from view. The ultimate proof would be to catch a star in the act of vanishing. If we could monitor a star right as it dies and see it fade away without an explosion, leaving only that faint infrared afterglow, that would be the smoking gun. For now, these two events are our best candidates for witnessing the birth of a black hole. As one astrophysicist put it, this might be the only feasible way of actually seeing a black hole being formed. This discovery opens up a haunting new chapter in our understanding of the cosmos. Are there countless black holes being born in darkness all around us, silently growing without any announcement? Each vanished star is another clue in this cosmic mystery, hinting at the unseen dramas playing out across the universe. So the next time you look up at the twinkling stars, remember that some of them might not be destined for a grand finale. They might just, one day, quietly disappear. The hunt for these vanishing stars continues, and the answers we find might be stranger and more wonderful than we can possibly imagine. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by the mysteries of the universe, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more cosmic stories. See you next time.